Evening, everyone. Good evening.
Good evening.
Banaije muli temuliyo.
One has responded. Joan,
Anji nze sikuwulira gwe mwambadde sitakuwulira.
oyagala kuwulira nze oba oyagala kuwulira anyone responding?
Naye linda ku mwanja mulabyeko addusa alazeewa.
Ayaka has told you Uganda is too much.
Don't worry, we are not abusing you.
I understand, but Joanita, please reduce. At time I'm getting lost. At time I'm getting lost.
Don't worry, we have not yet started.
Okay.
We are trying to see that people are engaged in this.
Yeah, actually, it's not bad. I was just joking.
No worries. Okay.
Where are some of the team members, or we are the only 5? Are we 5 or 7?
I'm seeing like 7, but we are supposed to be more than this. However, I don't know if we have any information from the other people, but we need to do something about this. But we cannot all be here at the same time, but regardless, we need to move. Ibra? Ibra? Geoffrey?
Joan.
Ibra, did you try contacting some of your group members to join? Or why
No,
did not?
I didn't. But this is their prime time. Let me get the link into the group.
Wanji?
This is their prime time. Let me get the link into the group or try making this.
Geoffrey? 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 Zero. Choka, Geoffrey is our team head at Ali engaged. Now what do we do? Auntie. Okay, the thing is, Jose abadde alina document gy'ala atuweereza, and I would have wanted him to first explain for something to us. Tugiyitemuuko as you also share yours. Ate Geoffrey ye team head waffe, but he's a bit caught up. Ate ne Jose ali mu team ne family meeting. Okitegedde? So remember I've shared here naye. Awo simanyi. But if your team is ready, you can take us through. I'll wait for these ones to get ready. Yes, it's okay. Debra, oba okyanoonyaako ku besayidi yo.
Joan,
Yes, Evo.
the team is not picking up. Chambard is the one who picked, but he said he's engaged with his work at his workplace. But good enough to have Riak here. We also have Chima. So from group 2, we are 3 here, I trust. And so
Then me, it is me. I think it is
Luca has not
Jose.
picked her call.
Mm.
The rest I don't know.
But I think we can start with this number.
Surely. Okay.
Because trust me, we cannot be fena wamo mulundi gumu. We can't.
Yeah, gets hard.
We have different schedules. There are
Mm,
other times some people will be around, others will still not be around. So we can't still
sure.
be in one place at the same time.
Gets hard down. Okay, so ours is still a document. We haven't put it to a PTP, a PowerPoint. But I'm going to open it here. Our visual. I'm using a tablet. I hope you guys will be able to see. Bagikola batya ye? Okulaba okusharinga screen.
Anti era genda ku screen sharing.
Ndi ku tablet
Once. Yes,
Wow.
once it has a share, it's like an arrow. Era eriko oba Alt plus C.
Whiteboard, camera. Hello. Zoom canvas. Nange sibiraba. Start share. I'm not seeing those things by me.
Yeah, Mukama.
No.
Mm.
Close this. I've seen something. Share screen. When I click at share screen, is telling me to select an app here on top. What's this? This thing. That one. Now so be
Yes.
presenting that one.
Ojja bisobola.
Biganye ate sina data agenda ku PC saawa zino. Data gwe nina asobola kukolera wano. Let me see. Heading. Oops. Ndowooza when I click share screen ejja kujja yonna. Naye ndi mu kunteeka mu lugezigezi. Why is it working on me? I don't know if anyone has a clue of how I can do this. When you don't know your admit, you don't and people help you. But my screen sharing is fading. Minute, huh? This one. Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing I am progressing kind of somewhere.
Seeing a screen somewhere.
Hmm?
Now your WhatsApp. You're seeing your
Yes,
WhatsApp.
which is good.
Totulage ebirala.
Niwe mubiraba olwokye mutamanyi.
Oyinza otulaga nude ssebo.
Kati gwe nudu sooka oggyamu sikaati olabe oba tolaba nudu awo.
Ebyo gwamanyi nze sibimanyi.
Those nudes.
Nze sizimanyi.
So, we may start. Are you all able to see?
Yeah, it is
Tubuuze nga
visible.
lekitala
We can
bw'atubuuza. Tubuuze nga lekitala bw'atubuuza. Are you able to see
can
my
see, yes.
screen?
Your screen is visible.
The screen is visible, eh? So, topic 2 is what group 2 is handling. And I'll list the group members down below after here for the presentation. But the question is, examine the application of Max Weber's bureaucratic theory in Uganda's public sector institutions. And to what extent does bureaucracy promote efficiency and accountability? They're asking us to use examples from local governments, ministries, or public universities. Here is our introduction. This I'm going to be reading through. Since it's a discussion, I will read the wholesome point. Then after, I will beat around it and suggest editables and see what to do. Are we together? Okay. The introduction to Weber's bureaucratic theory is what we started with. And if we're going to design a PTP, a PowerPoint, we will have a slide per, for example, for this introduction. So we say Max Weber, a German sociologist, English, no, introduced the bureaucratic theory in the early 20th century, where he gained his prominence in his work, which was published around 1922. He defined a bureaucracy as a formal, highly structured organization designed to operate with maximum efficiency, rationale, predictability, and fairness. Weber believed that for a large organization to be successful, it must move away from personal rule where things happen because a leader likes you, but to a rational legal rule where things happen because they follow an established established and logical laws. This essay will demonstrate that while Weber's principles of merit and hierarchy are essential for order and fairness in Uganda's public institutions, the theory's rigid application also creates significant inefficiencies that must be addressed. So yes, this is a statement, but when we go to the PTP, we will not pour all this data there, but it will be in the reader's notice that they can explain what you shall have put on the presentation, because yes, you cannot put everything else here on one slide. Hey. So does anyone think otherwise that we can add something into this in the reader's notice or remove?
Tetubimanyi.
Wanji?
Tetubimanyi.
Johani nkuyise na Esther. Johani, wefuge.
That is it.
Kamala oyita Esther Johano.
Bebobuuza. Wabimanyirawa.
Okay, you guys need to know that these organizational theories, there are, I think, 4. So
wanditandikidde.
Manyira nze nakoze question 1, nakoze question 2. Mulina okuba nga mwakoze dda question 1 yammwe ne mugikola muginnyonnyola.
Ffe tugirina kati gwe nyonnyola
obimanyi
nga nabiyigirawa tetutula mu kiraasi ffenna.
Kati nze nabiyigirawa byogamba byemmanyi.
Gwe lwaki watuwadde
Uganda Ria.
Omusajja ojja mwogeza olulimi agambye tuwogera nnyo.
This woman Joan should reduce her Luganda here.
I told her before, but I think Luganda is addicted to Joan.
Because I'm a Luganda.
Joanita.
Yes.
Please, limit Luganda.
It is Ibra speaking Luganda, not me. Am I
Even when
explaining?
you are laughing, please laugh in English.
How do they laugh in English?
Okay, Ibra,
continue.
Okay, enough for an icebreaker. That was the introduction. Let's go to our point number 2 of the presentation, and when and why this theory emerged. The world was moving from small family-run businesses to massive individual companies and complex government states that needed to manage thousands of people. Before bureaucracy, organizations were often chaotic, promoted
You're breaking.
Work was in. Am I breaking?
Yes.
Kirabika data mpeddeko mugireyo ku data.
Otandise.
Hello?
Otandise.
Are you hearing me, Joan?
Yes.
Ibra, continue. You are loud and
Before
clear.
bureaucracy, organizations were often chaotic. Leaders promoted their friends. Rules changed based on leaders' mood, and work was inefficient. Weber wanted to create a perfect system where employees were hired based on skills, promoted based on merit, and held accountable by a clear hierarchy. It was essentially the first attempt to make government and business operations professional, scientific, and standardized. Do you think we missed anything here?
Singa onnyonnyonnyolako bye bitegeeza nandibadde nkubuuza ebibuuzo.
Kiri lwaki otategedde mu bye njogedde? What didn't you understand in what I said?
I don't know.
React, did you have time to go through this document?
Yes, I actually went through the document and I realized that I even share my comment that to me it is okay. I went through it yesterday. The whole of last week I was so busy, but yesterday night I get time to go through. So on my side it was okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And Chima?
Yes, please. I actually did not get time to go through, but I'll give my comment tomorrow after going through. Yeah.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah.
Okay. So I want to be sure that I'm not leaving anyone behind. This, I am sure every one of us has heard about the term bureaucracy. And in the simple understanding, bureaucracy, where did I leave my work? Bureaucracy looks to make organizations or governments or institutions efficient, equitable, predictable, and rational, where things have clear guidelines and policies and rules to be done. Are we on point?
Yes.
Okay. So here we go. To a larger extent, bureaucracy promotes efficiency and accountability in the following ways. In Ugandan institutions such as local government district offices, government ministries, for example, Ministry of Health, and public universities like Makerere University, Weber's model becomes the perfect backbone of operations in such ways. Number one, the Uganda Public Service Standing Orders. So the Public Service Commission has standing orders, and we are going through it to relate it to Weber's theory of bureaucracy below. In ministries, the Public Service Standing Orders is the rule book that defines exactly how everything should be done, from how to apply for leave to how to handle disciplinary cases. It's like a purchasing manual with rules to be followed while purchasing goods in an organization or company, hence reduces or removes guesswork. Whether you work in the Ministry of Education or Ministry of Health, the rules for your conduct, promotion, and benefits are documented, and this creates a predictable work environment. Because Max Weber promoted or was promoting everything to be on book. Let processes be documented, that people follow guidelines, that people follow guidelines and rules while taking their decisions. So in this, our Public Service Commission has listed or has organized documentations that explain how an individual, even if it's a school teacher, even if it's a doctor in the public hospital, even if it were the parish chief, what they need to do and how they need to do to get to request for leave days of their duties. You get? If they are going to retire, how do they retire? All that is detailed in the public service standing orders. Am I communicating something? Hello?
Yes, you are loud and clear.
Okay, thank you. Number two, hiring by merit. We all have heard about the term merit, and basically it means a person who is, how do I call it? This person is the person who is hired by merit. We do not look at, is he related to the GM, or is he the girlfriend to the CEO? Oh, did he pay something? Did she pay something into the accounts for as kitu kidogo? No, we don't look there. That is what we call merit. So the explanation is here. The district or ministry needs to hire a new human resource officer or accountant. They don't just pick a relative. They advertise, conduct interviews, and use the Public Service Commission, PSC, to verify qualifications. Joanne, are you communicating to us?
Sorry. No.
Okay. to verify qualifications instead of using technical know-who method. And this ensures that only those who are technically qualified get the job. This is Weber's idea of technical competence being the basis for hiring, which aims to minimize tribalism or nepotism in government roles. Are we clear with it?
Yeah. Ibra, are you there? Ona ngende kwa on.
Money, where has Ibra gone?
I think he left, maybe due to network issue.
Maybe network could be. Let's give him some time.
Now, how do we know whether he's coming back?
I'm trying to call him.
That would be good.
He's joining. His network went off.
Okay. It's okay. Let's give him time. Museka.
Hey guys, sorry I'm back. No, ndikubun. Enough meeting. Show your entire screen. Share screen. Joan doesn't want to see my WhatsApp because she thinks she will see Nodze. But that's where she has to find the document that we are explaining.
Oyagala ndabe ebintu by'okweka?
Bw'obiraba n'obiraba. Biba bipya gy'oli. Tukomya, where did we stop? Where did we end? Boss ladder hierarchy, right? John.
Wangi,
Tukomyewa.
nze sijjukira. Gwe oyagala.
Following the boss ladder hierarchy. Yep.
Ibra, we were in number
Obadde
2. Now you can proceed to number 3.
You go to number 3.
Thank you very much.
Following the boss ladder.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Johan, stop
You're
being a
welcome.
problem. Johan, stop being a problem. Number 3 is following the boss ladder hierarchy. In a district office, there is a clear chain of command. In case you have a problem, you know exactly who your boss is and who their boss is. This prevents confusion because everyone knows who they answer to and who they need to report to. I think that is clear as crude water in a glass. The explanation. So we all know hierarchy, and what hierarchy means is clear the organization chart where in an office, the office cleaner knows where to report to on a particular instance. And the receptionist knows where to report in that instance. It is so there is a clear line. Even there is a dotted specified that you is the office cleaner you report to the general manager, a dotted line to the office admin.
Right.
You understand? Okay. Am I talking to myself?
We are together.
As to number 4. Guys, I don't want to be dictating notes. I want to be understanding. What are something, guys? With
We are on the same
group
page.
number 1. Group number 1, please contribute to this development that we can all have this fine. Never know, you might even join us tomorrow. In personality, at a public university like Makerere, students are assigned numbers that identify them rather than. Okay. At a public university like students are assigned numbers that identify them rather than names. In case of exams, learners fill these numbers rather than the names as their identifiers, and in such cases, the evaluator will not understand who they are marking. This helps in avoiding favoritism, and learner will get proper grades. Hello?
Is it my network or your network? I can't hear you. Like your words are skipping. Eh?
So you want me to repeat number 4? Or
Yes,
it is clear?
Give them.
Okay, in personality, this before I go ahead, impersonality refers to, yes, I know you are Joanita, but when it comes to activities and actions that I should take from my office, I am seeing you as whichever the position you're holding rather than seeing a Joanita. And here is the explanation. At a public university like Makerere, students are assigned numbers that identify them rather than names. In case of exams, learners fill these numbers rather than names as their identifiers. And in such a case, the evaluator will not understand who they are marking. This helps in avoiding favoritism, and every learner will get their actual performance and grades. Are we clear? Hello? Bad network.
Yes, you
Yes.
are clear.
You are clear,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
What is there, I'm suggesting you continue taking us through. Like if I have comment, if there's something I need you to clarify it, then I will raise up my hand or I raise up the case so that we also save time.
Also, please note that I cannot see your hands being raised because my device is focused to the document, right? Not to the call.
Since we are not unmuted, If I want to raise any concern or I need clarification, I will just speak.
Okay.
If we can do that, it can save time.
Okay. Protection against arbitrary decisions. That's number 5. A manager cannot just fire an employee on a bad day because the bureaucratic rules require a specific fair disciplinary process. This provides job security to the workforce. For example, if a head teacher has issues with a teacher in a public school, they have to follow specific guidelines to raise their complaint, and if rendered valid, the teacher would be given a listening to explain their actions, and a fair disciplinary action like transfer would be taken by their, I think I need to add something here. by the ministry. That's more. Okay. Number 6, resource management. With specific departments dedicated to logistics or stores like at a public hospital, assets are tracked and accounted for, preventing the loss of government property. For example, all medicines supplied by the government of Uganda are marked by the same and to enable accountability. So that is number 7, making based on fact. Opinions of a political leader to enforce informed decision. For example, a sub-county would offer classroom buildings to a particular school based on the number of registered pupils in the school. Yes, that's still in public service. Still ministry. Even work of the institution continues, mostly without being dependent on one person's personality. So even when the chairman of Chikuru district died, the district continued to perform its role in structure and specialization. Public because by breaking down a large difficult job into small tasks, each element be highly self do, hence making bureaucratic. Guys, where did you end? Okay, let me redo number 9, and it's saying the public is the pharmacy the supplies. This becomes very vital because down a large, difficult job to smaller tasks, department becomes highly skilled and each department becomes highly skilled at what they do, hence making bureaucratic theory very important. Busy public hospital is distracted by county and is not trying to perform surgery, allowing each professional to master their specific role. This is important not only but also for activity. When tasks are divided, it is easy to identify who is responsible if something goes right. For example, if medications are missing, the hospital knows to check the pharmacist records and nurses. Number 10, record. public sector institutions or private sectors, that official is written down and filed. If you get paid or receive a promotion, it is recorded. This is important because it means there is proof of what happened. So people cannot lie or fail without getting caught, because it fits and it was spent on a project 5 years ago. They can go to the written files to see actually who applied, why, hence in the public sector. In every area, department, or sector, there is always a good side of the coin and the bad side, and so does Weber's bureaucratic theory. The bad side of this theory includes the following: red tape and delays. Because every decision requires multiple stamps, signatures, and levels of approval, simple tasks can take months. For example, a local government contractor might struggle to get paid because the payment voucher is stuck in a long bureaucratic chain. Yeah, and so people don't want to serve the government because of the delay. Rigidity or lack of flexibility. So creativity is lost. If situation is not my docket or responsibility, and that creates inefficiency. Often, the focus shifts from serving the public to protecting the file. The goal becomes pleasing the boss and following process, even if those processes are not at all. Lack of empathy. While Weber wants empathy to stop corruption, it sometimes makes officials call as facts or numbers of human beings in need of help. Resistance to change. Because the system is designed to keep things stable and predictable, it is very difficult to introduce new technologies, faster ways of working. The rule becomes more important than the goal. Sometimes people their actual shielding of competence meant for them. They can also protect lazy employees. It is often very difficult to fire an underperformer in the public complex. In conclusion, provides the necessary structures for Uganda's public sector. Without these formal structures, large institutions like our universities and ministries would likely collapse into total disorder. However, the theory is not perfect. While it promotes accountability through rules, it often damages efficiency through red tape. For example, the challenge is not to abandon these structures, but to modernize them by keeping the hierarchy and accountability, but using technology and flexible management to cut out unnecessary delays. We can make bureaucracy work for us rather than against us. We can bureaucracy work for us. You can good get things done. Atembinko Sifosenko Sipsuku and Chitan. Is there now? Thank you. Is it any question? Insight to get or rectify or
Thank you, Uba. But my question would be this. Okay. Let me first just 1 minute. Wait. Where did I see? Oh. Let's go back to the first. Nga mulibana mu group ya. Those are the people that discussed.
those are the people that have contributed to the document.
Naye nno naffe nno tugenda kuwaayo only those that have discussed. Kuba manyi tetugenda kwetika burden y'abantu batasobola kubeera. First go back to the first page.
Here it is.
I'm still seeing the last page. Is it your network or my network?
Maybe mine.
Yours, eh? Okay. Oh, it's off. Let's give him some time to join back. Nkiraba.
Rubber. Get this document from me. Seven. Which one is it?
No,
This one.
my question is, yeah.
Print by theme and print layout. Is anyone hearing me?
We can hear you.
Very loud and clear.
Okay. John, what were you saying?
Okay, my question is,
Mm.
do you guys have any part where you have listed its attachment to the sector gye baatuwadde okugattako? Like you attach this gundi, okay, its relevance in the sectors and how it is and its limitations.
Each point has been citing its relevance to a particular sector.
Kuba otobedde okutuka nga sikuwulira.
Ne document ogirako.
Amaaso.
The question says what omuwulire.
Use examples from local governments. Yeah, to what extent does promote efficiency and accountability? Is it, yeah. Okay, better.
So we've been citing these.
No. That is too much, Ate. That is too much. Like ebigambo olina kuzza eno nozza eri nozza. Zaayo ku normal one. Zaayo ku normal one. I'll try.
Let me see this.
So okay, do you also have its limitations?
Yeah, the elections are down. After there is a good
Your
side
network.
of and the bad side, and so does Weber's bureaucratic theory. The bad side of
This
this
is good.
theory includes the following.
Mm.
So its limitations are here. You see red tape here, red tape and delays. You see rigidity, lack of flexibility, the paperwork trap, lack of
Yeah.
empathy.
Yes. Okay.
And
No
lots of
problem.
change.
That is good. Yeah. I think you just have to put that on Nani. On PowerPoint, mwenga
PTP.
mwekiita.
Yeah.
Era mmekale. Kati, me, I have like 3. Hey,
Can I stop presenting?
thank you. It is
Or you're
okay.
still adding on to this document?
Wanje?
Are you still suggesting edits on this document?
I don't think I have anything to edit
Does anyone
on
have
that.
anything that they think we should add to this document?
Nze kye nandisabye just kumpaako copy oba kutuwaako copy if it is okay.
On my
For
side,
me, for
no.
just study, for study
Maybe
purposes, to
others.
keep something for myself or
Okay.
for ourselves.
Okay.
Just
Okay. Let me share it to your emails.
okay, thank you.
Muzisome.
Bwe tugaana.
Your name ngasibawa. Okay. Your name starts
Baba
with
no.
Luano or
Kamusi togisa ku
Namuyanja.
WhatsApp. Ayi Mukama.
Nze mumbeewo.
Nze gimpe mu inbox yange tompa ku email mmala emyaka n'emyaka nga sibikudde email.
Yagombya university.
I don't. When the notifications
Okay.
come, I see what they want to tell me, and I'm like, okay, why should I even open?
Okay. I'll
Okay.
to the group.
Okay.
I can stop presenting, right?
Yeah.
It's okay. I'm just going to share. Okay. Jose had shared something on the group. I don't know if you guys are downloaded, but according to the document he sent, to my side, some things are missing, and I think those will be put in Pola and Pola. Yeah. But I generated like 3 different PowerPoint things. They all have different wordings or different ideas, but in the end, they all have the same. So I would still share them with all of us, or when I share here, we can advise on which one to go with, or I can just build on one, then we share one. Is that okay? Wanji?
My network is kind of buffering, but I am back.
Habula network olinnya ku muti waggulu.
Ndieno Bunyoro.
Anti linnya omuti genda waggulu ku nnyumba kw'oli kamooli waggulu. Okay, what I was saying, Jose had shared some Word document for this, and me had created 3 different PowerPoints for this. Actually, me had even created for you guys. Nze gye nnyinza okweyisizaamu nga nze in my room when I'm sleeping.
Because you are boss.
So, the 3 that I'd created for question 1, I would still share and people would actually advise And if there are some things we can build on one by summing up everything, like we know we put all the things together and then we bring up one document that can actually be what? Be shared. So I'll first share the Word document. Neno Word in the CA yange. Actually, let me share my things. Let me share the PowerPoint.
Joanie.
Yeah, it's not my work. I can't explain what I didn't create because I will not know what to even talk about. Yes. Just a minute.
Juanita, do you mean that we have to go through it right now, or you are sharing it on the platform?
No, I'm sharing it here. Like I said, there are 3. So I'll first share them and we pick what to add the other side because they might one of them or 2 of them might not be having the same, you get the same things. Some might be you guys tell me if you're able to see my screen.
Not yet, but we can see it's loading.
Now? How about
Yes.
now?
Yeah,
We
it's
can see
clear
it.
now. Yes.
Well, which page are you seeing?
Presentation outline, classical management theory.
Okay. This was the first one that I got, and our question over kati question dawa. Who has a question?
Mhm.
Who has our question to help me read it? Anyone that can help me go to the platform and help us read?
Yeah.
Has anyone gone there, or I can rush there?
We're checking.
I'm there, don't worry. So our question is discuss the relevance of Frederick Taylor's scientific management theory and Henry Fayol's administrative theory in contemporary Ugandan organizations, using examples from a Ugandan university, bank, or government ministry. Explain the strengths and limitations of these theories. So this is what the first document is giving us, because it has to give us these 2. And when we come, okay, the first one is just what we are going to talk about. We shall have a background of the classic management theory, what it is, the origin, the context, and the key theories. Then number 2 would be the Taylor's scientific management. They explain it with its core principles and its application in the Ugandan organizations. Then Fayol's administrative theory. This theory has 14 principles and how they appear. So it explains the 14 principles. And under the 14 principles, we have seven principles. 7 principles fall in one angle, where we shall have the administrative cohesion, and the other one over is the something skeleton what. Then we shall see its strengths and limitations. That will be the critical evaluation with Uganda, the examples in Uganda like they requested. Then the conclusions or its recommendations. So here we go. It shows just 1 minute. So here, what is the explanation of the classical management theory? As we can see, the classical management theory emerged in the late 19th and the early 20th centuries during the Industrial Revolution. It focuses on increasing organizational efficiency through standardized work, clear hierarchies, and scientific methods. 2 major contributors are Frederick Winslow Taylor and Henry Fayol, both of whom saw management as a rationale, a systematic science. This one distributes these ones and why this matters in the institutions that we are going to look at. So they say Frederick Taylor was an American engineer. The period yakoreramu is 1856 to 1915, developed scientific management and focused on efficiency of the individual worker through time and motion studies, while Fowler was a French mining executive from the period of 1841 to 1925 and developed administrative theory, which focused on how to manage the whole organization through universal principles. Why this theory matters? In many Ugandan institutes, we look at the banks, the ministries, the universities. It still operates on classical principles, fixed job roles, hierarchies, and documented procedures. Yeah, so this is where we look at the Frederick Taylors. But before we go to this, I'll show you the other version of what I got from other PowerPoints. If we see this, for it shows just a simple explanation, and they gave us an example of if someone is building or constructing the Utamu lecture hall and maybe a bank branch. So they looked at those theories basing on that. So that is why I was saying all these, they'll give us explanations, but they don't have the same information. So what we can maybe do is get some information from one PowerPoint and fix it the other one to explain more, yeah? So this one just says, Taylor and Fayol wrote for early 20th century factories and French mining farms, settings nothing like a Kampala branch or a Utamu lecture hall. Yet what they noticed about how work actually gets organized hasn't disappeared. Only the setting has changed. Every standardized banking procedure and every ministry organizational chart in Uganda still runs on logic they first wrote down. Meaning all the theories or everything that is happening started from these ones. Like these ones are the backbone of these theories that are even taking place after them. Yeah? Are we together?
Yeah.
Guys, are we together? Yeah. So you see here, this one explains more of Tyler's scientific theory, and he says the logic of the best way. Tyler argued work shouldn't be left to guesswork or tradition. He says it should be studied, timed, and broken into the most efficient sequence with workers trained to follow it and paid by output. I think this is what even the normal day is like. When you go to work, you have to be paid. There is time after everything you're going to be done. Yeah? And there is a sequence of what you're going to be done. Like there's a breakdown of what you're going to be done, and the workers are trained on what they're going to do. So when you look at the study, these are the standards it moves with. You study time and motion analysis of every task. The other S is standardized, one best method written down and trained. Then another S is specialized, match worker to task by aptitude. Then I is incentivize, then pay, tied directly to measured output. Yeah? So when we look at the Taylorism on the ground in Uganda, but this one looks at the banking sector where these theories work. This one, we have the banking sector and where it breaks down. So it shows how it works this side, and then it also shows where it falls as a back set. Yeah? So I'll show you the other third one. Sorry, guys, but I'm just showing you how these all work. So this one also has the theoretical bit, the historical bit of this. Yeah, as we all can see. And it also still shows the century. This is all working through. So, like we said, they all have the same background or the same introduction. And what we can do is just to borrow one idea from one and build onto one. Then the philosophy we can see for Frederick's, it also shows known as the father of scientific management. Taylor focused on the operational level, the shop floor, and the individual worker. The one best way urged that every task could be broken down, timed, optimized through scientific analysis rather than worker intuition. This is what we've seen just on the other display, right? And the strategies, as we can see, it focuses on efficiency over guesswork. That one we've seen. Scientific task design, we've also seen in the explanation before. Then the impact on labor, shifted the responsibility of how to work from the workers to the manager. Then planning versus execution created a clear divide between those who design the work and those who perform it. So we're all on the same track here, right? I would go back to my first one. So we are done with those. So now when we look at the core principles of the Frederick Taylor as a scientific this in 1911, as we've seen, it focuses on time and motion, division of responsibility, managers think and plan, workers perform the tasks, cooperation between management and workers, management plans, workers execute, then scientific selection and training of workers matched to specific roles. Guys, we've seen this, right? From all the other two, they still match this one, isn't it? So the examples they are giving us, how Taylor's ideas appear in practice. Here it stipulates, Stanbic uses standardized Taylor procedures where every transaction follows a defined sequence. Tailors are timed on service delivery and daily performance targets are monitored closely. Job roles are narrowly defined. Loan officers do not process checks. As we can all see, even in our workplaces where we are, different people do different times, different works, different jobs at a different time, and their performances are set via a certain target. And we all see that we have KPIs that fall into the work that we are doing. So this is what we are talking about now. A certain group cannot do another group. So you also have a JD that you have to follow. Then we also look at the Makerere University. Academic staff are assigned fixed teaching loads and administrative processes like student registration follow step-by-step documented procedures, a direct reflection of Taylor's scientific work design. When we get there, are we all on the same page, guys?
Yes, please.
Okay. Any questions so far? Do we have any questions?
I think
No
silence.
question.
Okay.
Here the silence means no.
Okay. So again, we look at Fayose, Henry Fayose. Wanji? Eh?
Bye.
Okay, we look at Henry Fayose. For this one, like he has the 14 principles that he actually looked at under this theory. And all these principles help this theory to take place. And once you understand the 14 principles, you will know where everything has to fall into. But remember, even these 14 principles are divided into two. Yeah. So when we look at this, these are the 14 principles. Like we have the organizational cohesion and the managerial skeleton, meaning the organizational side, they have to put everything in place. So it's them to put everything. The 7 principles, they focus on social psychological aspects of organizational management. Here, Fayol emphasized that these principles are flexible and capable of adaptation to every need. So we have to adopt. You have to do something as the organization to help things fall into place. Then we look at the managerial skeleton. These seven principles are the ones that come in first. They focus on the fundamental structure and discipline of the workforce. Like we can see, we have the division of work, the unity of command, authority and responsibility, the remuneration, the unity of direction. So all these are explained here. When you look at the division of work, we shall know that that one falls in the what? The managerial skeleton. So here, the division is specialization increases productivity, accuracy, and speed by allowing employees to master specific parts of a larger process seen in the Uganda Revenue Authority's separate tax decisions. So this one is giving you that the what? It's giving you the principle and it's giving you where it has actually been implemented. So that division of work, we all know Uganda Revenue Authority, apart from maybe REAC and CHIMA. So if Uganda Revenue Authority, people have different, the departments have different what? Division of labor. We can't say everything is catered by only one branch. No. There is separate division of labor. Everyone has a specific task to work on. And this helps to increase productivity because not everyone will be what? Will be overwhelmed with work. So everyone has a specific task to handle and it helps out in those other aspects that they have mentioned. So we have the unity of command. Unity of command falls still under the managerial skeleton. Here it explains like each employee reports to one boss to avoid conflict and confusion. This one is practiced and actually many places, like we can see the police hierarchy, where we can see that the officer down or they report to their bosses or their supervisors. We have the generals, those hierarchies. You can't just come as an officer down and then you go up to the very last person. No. You have a hierarchy to follow. You start from the person that is immediately after you until we reach the last person. Then the government ministries, we've also seen, like people cannot just go and report to, even in organizations, by the organizations that follow a certain hierarchy, a sequence, you can't just report to anyone. You have to report, if you're an officer, you report to your supervisor, the supervisor goes to the head of department or the manager, then the manager goes to the regional manager, and then maybe to the country manager. So there is a hierarchy or a sequence that is followed. Then also we have the scala. The scala, that one falls under the organizational cohesion, which means a clear line of authority from top executives to the lowest level. That is also the hierarchy visible in the Kampala capital city authority structure. We all know these structures, by the way. Like we have a structure that we know, the top executives from the Simayaba CEOs, we continue downwards. Yeah. Then the authority of and responsibility, that one falls under the managerial skeleton. This one shows managers must have authority to give orders, but must also accept responsibility for outcomes applied in the Ministry of Finance and Ministry of Finance, that is the chain of command. Like one thing you should realize, this managerial skeleton focuses mostly on the employees' side. If we've all seen, like even the managers themselves, yes, they know they're doing their work, but there is that part of accountability. Like the manager has to be responsible. So whatever you do, yes, you have authority, you give orders, but there is that responsibility and accountability that you should be having. Anything that happens, you have to answer. Then you look at the unity of direction, still that one falls under the managerial what? Skeleton, one head and one plan for a group of activities having the same objective. Here we look at a body that has small bodies that listen to them. So meaning like you have a bigger body that is actually giving commands or orders to other small bodies. I would give an example of this one is giving us the National Planning Authority coordinates national development goals. Do we see how which one is this? When you're planning on, when is it NEMA? There's a body that governs other bodies. I think when we go to, is it NEMA? Like when you're trying to start up a project, there is a governing body that governs bodies that you're supposed to talk to before you actually go on to start up a project. So there is a legislatory body that you have to talk to, then they give you personnel to come and help you out. I think it is NEMA. So you can't just come and be like, me, I'm going to do this. But that body gives orders to the other small bodies so that these branches can actually do or take part in whatever is going to happen. So this is the same thing, the unity of direction. So that one head, one big body gives orders for all the other bodies for activities to happen, or for a group of activities having the same objectives. Then we look at the equity. For equity, it falls under the organizational cohesion. We say this one looks at the social and psychological aspects of the organizational management. Here, it's the fair treatment of staff and subordinates, from managers to encourage loyalty and devotion, increasingly adopted in Uganda's civil service reform programs. If every organization has fair treatment, they are basing on this, and they are actually following on what? Henry Fayol's what? Administrative theory. Meaning, if there is no fair treatment in that organization, they're actually not following the theory. But remember, they are still standing on this theory in all the organizations. Yes, some organizations do not have the fairness, and some managers don't treat other people fairly. But remember, when you don't treat your members or your officers fairly, trust me, these people will not be loyal to you. And there'll be a lot of friction from the group that you're doing that you're leading. Are we together, guys?
Yeah, we are.
All right. So we go to the other ones. We look at the remuneration. This one falls under the managerial skeleton. So this one, we look at it as a fair pay for both employees and employer is vital for maintaining motivation and morale. Right now we can see, before we like when we go back to the human resource management, when we based on that information that we got from human resource management, remember there was development from the previous personnel management, simanya sijui what. Now it is a fair pay for both employees. Right now they're not treated as just objects or people that are just supposed to work, and then that's it. People just receive their paycheck and according to what they're doing. Right now, it's supposed to be a fair pay according to what people are doing. This one helps the employer to maintain a motivation and morale. If someone is not paid well, trust me, they cannot stay in the company. Regardless, they cannot stay. They can look for better places, even if the place is not really good, but the pay is good. Not everyone moves because the infrastructure is good. Sijui you what need. We move because of the pay, and we all know that fairness centers is to. We go to the next one as discipline. So obedience and respect for agreements is essential. Without discipline, the organization can prosper. I believe everyone agrees to that. And that one falls under, still the managerial skeleton, the subordination. The goals of the organization must always take precedence over the interests of individuals or groups. That is self-explanatory. Then centralization, the degree to which authority is concentrated at the top. The optimal balance depends on the organization size and context. Yeah. Then the order, a place for everything and everything in its place. Both social order, that's the people, and material order. The other one is initiative. Employees should be encouraged to think for themselves and take initiative within the bounds of authority. The last two is the spirit de corps, promoting team spirit and harmony to build cohesive, productive workforce. Remember, in every place you're working, it's supposed to be teamwork. No one can work as a solos and a company prospers, never. Then stability of tenure, high employee turnover is inefficient. Management should provide job security to allow skills to develop. If an employee has no job security, trust me, the skills will not be developed. What are they developing? Nothing. Because they know at any one point, I'll be out of this place. So for this one, I picked some of the 7 principles because this document had given me only 6. So I got the others nani that were remaining from the other documents from this one. This one had listed them. Was it this one? Yes, it had given them out. So I just picked the idea, some of the idea from here to the other side. Yes. Okay. Okay. Before we go to this, there is something that I saw this side from this. You see here how yeah. You see this one gives only 4. This one gave us only 4. So I had to pick all the 14 because it has 14 from the other documents. Then I put them the other side. So before I go to the limitations and the strengths, when we look at this, Taylor gives us its 5 principles of operational efficiency, which we don't have in the other in the other documents. So I will borrow this idea also and fix it the other side. So here it shows science, not rule of thumb. I saw it somewhere, but it wasn't explained like this side. Right? So you replace guesswork with scientific study of this, time and motion analysis, this. So I just wanted to borrow this and take it the other side. Here we can see scientific, skeleton and training, harmony, not discord, cooperation, not individualism, maximum output and development. So these 5 principles are broken down into these. We can see that a scientific skeleton and training has match workers to task-based aptitude. Yeah. So when I go back to this, we can look at the strength of this classical management theory. This one. So explain the strengths of and limitations of these theories. Yes. So this is what we have. So these are strengths. There is a clear structure and order. Ugandan public institutions like the Ministry of Education benefit from that. There is clear reporting lines that reduces confusion and define accountability. Whenever officer knows their supervisor, decisions move faster. Okay, then we have improved efficiency in routine tasks. The tireless time and motion approach has improved efficiency in banks like Centenary Bank, where standardized loan processing steps reduce errors and cut customer wasting time from hours to minutes. There is measurable performance. Because tasks are broken into defined steps, output is easy to measure. Like in Macquarie University, tracks staff teaching hours and research output using performance management systems rooted in Taylor's scientific principles. So at least the strengths are given to us, and they have different examples from different places or institutes where they are applied. Then foundation for training, standardized procedures make it easier to train new staff, like Uganda National Roads Authority uses documented work manuals. So new engineers follow consistent project procedures from their very first day. At least this one I can attest to that because I've been part of this team before. Yeah, so when we go to the limitations, we can see that it ignores human motivation. Taylor treated workers like machines. In Uganda, this has caused low morale in some civil service departments where employees feel undervalued. A teacher given a rigid teaching script but no recognition may disengage. Actually, what classical theory fails to prevent. Rigid and inflexible files, rigid hierarchy struggles in fast-changing environments. During COVID-19 response, the Ministry of Health had to bypass its formal chain of command to make rapid decisions, showing that overly rigid structures can slow crisis response, overlooks social dynamics. Ugandan workplaces are deeply social, clan ties, religion, and community relationships influence how people work. Then classical theory ignores these dynamics, making its application incomplete without cultural adjustments. We can see like it suits routine work, not innovation in Uganda's growing tech and creative economy. Starts up in Kampala's innovation hubs. Classical management stifles creativity. Employees in agile teams cannot thrive under rigid division of labor, rules designed for factory floors. So our conclusions and recommendations: classical management theory laid the groundwork for organized, efficient workplaces. In Uganda, its influence is visible across banking, Ugandan, and higher education. However, its rigid nature must be balanced with people-centered approaches to truly serve Uganda's dynamic work environments. These are the recommendations: blend with modern approaches, combine Taylor's efficiency principle with motivation strategies, structured workflows with room for employee input and recognition, adapt to the Ugandan context, account for social and cultural dynamics in the workplace. A bank in Kampala and district office in Gulu face very different realities. Use structure, not rigidity. Clear procedures and hierarchies are valuable, but managers should allow flexibility in how results are achieved, not just what is required. Invest in people. Performance targets without recognition breed disengagement. Ugandan managers should pair classical structures with mentoring and staff development. Any additions?
Yeah.
Wanji? Yes, Tim? Hello?
We can't hear you. Maybe we are
Do
trying to
we
digest.
have... Anyone can add on anything. We can try to advise. Yeah. Yes, yes.
Silence means no.
Okay. I will try to balance these things and put them in one for the things that are still missing, as I also wait for Jose's PowerPoint. This is what he shared, but I can't share what I don't know. So maybe when we meet again, he can try to explain. Yeah. And what we share, we can help each other. In case we see any errors, please feel free to adjust and let us know where the adjust is coming in. For learning purposes, we all need each other, and we all need to know or understand how everything needs to be done. I might not know what Ibra shared, but I would love to understand what that is. That is why I requested Ibra teweerabira kumpeereza, because me, I need to understand that, read more
Naye
about
nga
it.
ndabika ngitadde mu group. It's as if I've shared
No,
it to the group, didn't I?
I don't know. Maybe I will check. Yeah,
Yeah, what's up?
it's okay. Yeah, but in case there's anything to add on, it's still okay. Thank you so much.
Do we have another engagement?
We should. I believe we should. And maybe if because this is just like the starting point, we can share maybe a time when we have finalized and we see if we have any errors or anything to add on. Yeah.
This is an issue to some. So we will draft a have it tapped on the or pinned on
But now,
group.
what are we going to do for the people that haven't turned up? Because this is really bad and people don't want to actually participate. I would understand for people who have patience and people who
I
have
also
actually
don't
tried to
know.
join in, but don't have time. But for the people who have actually refused to deliberately do this, me, I have one principle that I move with. If I try to push and things fail, I try to move solos. So I would move with the people who have tried to engage, then the other ones form their own groups and discuss. Because
Yeah,
it is draining. It is draining
also
for
Esther
people to
advised
actually
that
come in.
whoever has gotten the time to go through the document shall
And
advise,
share
and then
their view. Yes.
before you have the PowerPoint, which
Mm.
they should have gone through the document and added their name down there, and they have shared their view in the document.
Because it is bad. People waste their
So
time, they take their
those
time.
that haven't done that might miss it out.
Okay.
Mm.
No problem.
Because
All
we don't
right.
want to
Members,
carry, we don't want to
members,
push
good
with
evening.
barrows. Good
Yes,
evening.
Geoffrey.
Good
How are
evening.
we?
We are fine.
Not bad.
Welcome back.
Well done. I have been listening and I have been following. Thanks for the presentation.
You are welcome.
Joan and the Ebola.
Hey, Joanne.
Thank
It's been
you.
so fantastic. So I hope that we continue with the zeal. We keep up the momentum. I hope we can reach very far, and I'm calling that next time we can get some good time. We also converge together. We meet up. Then we see what could be the add-ups, what we have added on what we have presented, what has Ebola presented, so that you can beef up the presentation and come up with one writing which will be good for presentation during that time. But
Yeah.
surely today, even though I have been up and down, but I have been there listening, it has been somehow good.
Okay.
And we have the way
I have
to
a
go.
suggestion. Do we all have class on Friday after 7? Like at
After
that's 7. That's 7 to
Me
9.
and Masuku have a class
Yeah.
after
yeah.
HRM.
So should we still push it to Saturday?
I'm very free on a Saturday.
You see why I always said it at around 2? Because I know evening time people be heading to bars, people be engaged. But remember that time people are still like
Yeah.
home, even if someone has just had lunch, they have time, we just engage. You see, okay, right now that we've gotten an idea, it will not take us long. Because what I want to do, we get this thing over with so that we concentrate on other things. We work on this once and for all, we submit even before time. We
Why
submit
don't
and
we
we
start
wait.
with it on a Saturday for like at 10?
At 10 I have class. I'm doing another program. I
Hello.
have another program. I study Saturday and
Ngomutomanyo.
Sunday.
By that time, even it becomes hard. So if we can make it at 2,
At 2 I'm okay because my class ends at
if we can
1.
make it at 2, even at certain points, I always at 2 I'm always available.
So that
So we
was
can
why
do
I
it.
requested 2 is okay because
The weekend distractions are always in gear at around the same time too.
so I don't know. Okay. I don't know because evening is a bit tricky. Whatever Ibra, at least someone ne bwaba agenda mu bbaala bwaba agenda ssaawa 10 12. But at 2 aba
Olwaleero
yakava mu
munene
lunch.
kyange.
Wandibadde okwata wali eccupa nga bw'osoma. Owulidde? Kuba enkya ogenda kukola era
You,
tewandisigaddeyo paka.
you just get your bottle
As you're
and
studying
start
here.
enjoying.
You guys, you want me to be in class while taking a beer? Are you sure?
Yes,
Now.
Are you
you are
sure you'll
mature
be able
enough.
to handle me?
Those are small things.
I'm very talkative when I'm drunk.
Which is okay.
Olaba mbasumbuwa sitamidde kayina.
Kati awo bw'oba otamidde ofaanana
Ebola.
otyo oyinza okwogera ekyalo kiramba ne kimanya nti Ibra gguse.
Anyway,
No, but
Juanita
seriously.
and Juanita and Ebra.
Yes, Ria.
As Jopri said, I would like to echo what Jopri said, that thank you very much for the effort you exert on this. It was not easy because
You're
the
welcome.
midweek is always tedious for all of us, but you managed to do this presentation. We would like to say thank you. Based on the suggestion you guys put that we can have the next discussion on Saturday at 2. On my side, there's no problem with it. So long it will be a bit precise compared to this one, because it's like we did the biggest part now. So let's have the discussion on Saturday at 2, if it is okay for all of us.
Ria,
For the team
Ria,
members
before
who
you
have not
continue,
joined,
Ria,
today. Yes.
before you continue, I would like to take this on and assign you a very big role in our group to as deputy captain. Do you understand what I mean?
But yeah, thank you for the suggestion. However,
And with that, I just want, because I think mobilization is beating me up and people are not showing up, and I think I need some other effort.
But Geoffrey, Ochima, you're
it's
good group
still
head. You're our group head, but you're not looking for people.
Joanita, I understand that. I tried to inbox some of the members, and they told me that they are going to be joining. So for me,
Can
I
you
always say that
imagine?
Geoffrey.
I will not push or pull up a goat so that I can take it to the to the forest or to the bush so that it can take grass. That is me.
Geoffrey,
If I send you a message and you don't respond, that is it. You know, we are all mature. Huh?
You are still doing well. However, we cannot force someone to join the group. If
Yeah.
What
we
your
give an
Geoffrey
alert,
as the group head,
in the platform,
Ibra,
and
Hmm?
if
Ibra,
others fail,
Yeah.
Ibra and Geoffrey, this is what I can tell you. This is what you're going to tell these guys. As the team heads, you just tell them, we are taking this last call on you guys. If you don't show up, you guys and your names are not going to appear on these projects. Trust
yes,
me, these guys will appear. You tell them
Me, I
whoever
just
doesn't
wanted
appear,
to. Me, I
just
just wanted
know.
to use a different voice in
No.
Riaka's name.
Nedda.
Kakana.
Riaka can come and share,
Me, I
but
always
as the
want to
group
give.
heads overtake,
I always want to give different shots that people will not have excuses.
Geoffrey, I would like to help you. However, I'm very busy in most cases. At time it
Yeah,
is, yes. At time even
Riak,
accessing
my
internet is a
brother.
problem also for me.
Okay, Riaka, there
Riak,
is no problem. But these people,
Yes.
these people, they are
Geoffrey,
mature. You
Riak
call a
is in my
person,
team, not yours.
hey, is in your team. Okay.
tulimu naye
Uh,
tuwenava mututimu wano tuli mu kunyiga tubuuza abatalabiseeko.
Juanita reduced.
No,
she's
Joanita,
I'm
talking
still
to someone else.
I'm talking to Jose banange.
okay.
Ebbuba lyaki?
He's still not understanding. Please
Ibra
reduce your
yalina
Uganda.
ebbuba.
So these people, they are somehow mature. If you call
Enda ku
somebody
link.
who is paying his or her
Link.
own tuition, you tell him that you come and join in. He tells you that today I'm off. I'm doing this and this. You find it hard to push that person.
No,
Yeah,
But
for that,
if they give an excuse,
at least, Geoffrey,
that is okay. But
Geoffrey, for
it is
me,
bad to keep silent.
yes,
as for me, when I get a response that someone says, "Please, guys, I'm off today. I'm into this
Because
and
of
this
this
and
and
this.
this.
I
Yes.
cannot
yes,
be there." I
yes,
understand that the love for being there was there, but when I
yeah,
get zero,
zero
Someone
notification from
response.
who
you,
keeps quiet.
you don't
Someone
respond. I don't know
who
whether
say
you
anything.
existent or you a ghost. That's my
So
problem.
that one becomes too hard.
Uh,
Maybe as Joanta has said, let us try to push it by next time, and we see if these guys they
Yeah.
can join. If they fail
We
to
can go
join,
in the group
then
and tell them, guys, we
they
shared, we did this and
mm,
this. But if next time no one turns up to those who did not appear, the names will not be on the list. And you have to explain, or you take on number 4 by discussing it as another group. Trust me, people will show up.
John.
People will show
That
up.
one can work.
John.
Yes.
Which group does Razak belong to?
Razak Wafi. Yes,
Razaka
he's
Wafi.
on group 1. On group
Okay.
1. He came. Actually, we switched Razak with who? With
Esther.
Esther. Razak came. He was in
No,
the meeting. Then
but
disappeared.
originally, my group had gotten both in two in a
times.
duo.
Yes,
So we needed
but
someone.
remember, I wanted to give you Razak. Netumuswitchinga
Nemugoba.
ani?
Nemugoba
N'omugoba
nenkandagala
netumuswitchinga
mukazi.
ne Esther.
Ostegeera.
Netukuwa Esther.
Ostegeera.
But then yazzeeko yabaddeko. N'avaako
Okay.
without nga
Yeah.
tutunaba natandika.
I just wanted to be sure that I have the list of the people that I should be having.
No, I sent the list again. Kali Razak waffe. Jose is
Okay.
here. Kulikayo munnaye. Before we go, let's listen from Jose.
Hey, hi guys. I've just come back home right now. Just reached home.
We'll be back.
Thank you, Cosmas. Ibra,
Kulikayo
Bakende.
taata.
Nze nga tonzizzeemu ng'akugambye welcome back. Sebo.
Anti, Google mbalendo sembyayo nga nsooka bana abasajja.
Kulikayo taata. Kulikayo taata.
Ria guy, how are you? Joanita,
I'm alright, bro. I'm alright.
Wanji,
how are you?
I'm okay.
Fine, thank you.
Yesterday
Welcome
you didn't
back.
make it. I waited for you.
Yes, I was
Okay.
unable to access
So guys,
internet
may I
yesterday.
drop, please? May I drop?
Okay,
It's okay,
Ibra,
bye.
before you go, I just
It's
wanted to
okay.
know where you fall because I've just my power was off.
Okay, Jose,
Yes, please.
we just had
You
to
are in
share
our
what
group.
we had.
Mm.
Yes, Jose had shared a Word document, but remember I told you I cannot explain what he shared because I don't know what he shared. So I didn't go through what you shared.
Ali,
I just shared
get for
3
me.
PowerPoints.
Mm.
I have 3 PowerPoints that I've shared, and
Mm.
with those we could borrow an idea or build from what we have and get a perfect document. Or more still, we could still even get yours era ne tugibuildingako with even this, because all we have is just a starting point. Because yours had some missing things that when I read your document, there are some things that were missing, like when it started, the theory behind the classical management theory, those things. So me, I just shared what I had, but we shall come together again because I'm going to share what I have. Still, based on that, we start building on what you have. These guys have also shared what they have as group 2, and he also shared what they have made. So for study purposes, you can still go through that. We haven't concluded yet because we still have another meeting that will be next week on Saturday at 2. Yes.
All
But
right.
you had promised me to develop a what? A PowerPoint, what you had shared. If you could actually develop a PowerPoint, it would be much easier. Then we just build on these 4, because Jakuba now 4. But me, I'm still building 1 from the other 2 left. So I come up with 1. I've already started building on those.
Okay, let me do that.
Am I permitted
Kale.
to go now, Jose?
Everyone
Okay, you
is
guys,
leaving.
you
Good
can go.
night.
Good
Thanks
night,
for
John.
your time, everyone. Please keep it up. Don't lose it. Geoffrey and Ibra mutisetisemu ku bantu basobole olaga obuvunaanyizibwa nti this thing is not a one-man thing. It is a collective thing.
Munange nze sitiisa.
Anti si kutiisa, but we want people to come out and
Nkugoba
discuss.
nseka. Nkugoba
Okay,
nga bwe
kati
nseka.
then, anti nga tetunnabagoba, we are giving them a chance to come out and do what? And also start engaging in this. If they fail to come out, Tisa kwengamba. Yes.
Joan, I took a step, went into the participants list, looked for each and everyone's phone number, and created a WhatsApp group for the same. It's over a week today, and I haven't gotten even an okay from some people.
Which group was that? I've not seen anything from
Their
you
group,
people.
their group. And
because
that
you
is
don't
group 2.
because you don't belong to
That
the
is
group.
group.
Don't worry. So
Yeah, group
literally,
1 mukama waffe Geoffrey tannatufunira group.
so for me, I have collected you people. Please come here. Please come here. In a software, you fail to come. Esther
Omugoba
Mwagalanyo.
Luganda.
Esther is a very good woman. She says, you don't put your name there, you're not part of us. And I'm like, yeah, this is the kind of person that I want.
Ibra, there is someone coming to just write their name, but have they participated? It's not all about writing your.
John, you know that even other people have not even taken time to write their names there.
The believing I'm just writing.
You know me,
it is going to be created tomorrow.
Wanje?
The group it is going to be created tomorrow, and you see those people who will not attend. We shall mark them that they are working with us.
It's okay. And I also finalize with my document. I'll send one. By tomorrow, I'll be done. So before the close of day, I'll have submitted the final piece from my side, and Jose will help us share his so that we compile a final document. We build on that too.
Okay.
I don't know
rehearsal. Yes,
we need to
we
have
have
rehearsal.
To. Ibra, if someone has not participated and they just write their name,
I will know.
Through
the rehearsals, then I will know that this person did not participate.
Until now, this is this. Through the rehearsal, everyone will know tinja kwasaganya party eno. Ono bwavaako nzaddako. Ono bwavaako nzaddako.
Yes.
Because tosobola kungamba tolyaza wandiise linnya ate ne musigaza document bwe banaakeera ku makya ne mugenda mu presentinga be bwe batandika okugamba this one knows this part ne bamukwatirayo okimanyi nti baba bagenda bawa max enkyamu ate oyo omukazi bagamba wangu
whoever comes out on the final document has to be I know kubeera nga attending the rehearsals and they should have participated.
To practice, and someone doesn't have to write. If you are not attending these discussions, your name will not appear. Just writing a name is easy. Anyone can pick that document but have you been part of us? Have you even shared any of your mind with us?
Ekyo nkikwatira mugundi mu discussions nti we are here to discuss this and see how to go about
ani yaliwo wano juzi wono twabadde mu discussion yaki Daniel n'alyoka atandika explaining a project tetutamanyi nako n'agamba omukazi this is my project temwalimu
saabaddeyo sigimanyi kosi
I saw you guys were quiet. You refused even to add on whatever he was saying until we were stopping.
No, the chick asked for a recap. She asked for a recap of the previous class. Tumalirizawo tumanyi just our recap. Tugenda okuwulira, but you gave us assignment. Kyokka oyo guy teyalinamu mu discussion. Ompulira. Tutuuka tulaba bya discuss nga bamugambye presenting. Agero presenting katwadde era mu group ne tutandika okwerumaaluma nti banne ono biki byateekayo. Ne tugamba katusirike tulinde kyagenda okukola. Paka bwe nabagamba ngenda kuleekaanira ku group, I'm going to lose it. Naye teyaliimu. But he was sharing something very different nga tetubitegeera. Kati ng'ondeetera oyo Gasiya.
Katunda wanje. Guys,
but
good night.
He wasn't there.
Guys, it is 20 minutes past 2200. It's 22:20 minutes.
So So
The
do you sleep
28th
hours
of
or
June
you sleep
2026 Sunday. We have only how many minutes to close this day? Please let me enjoy the rest of the
Guys, I
day.
have
Go
to
and take
prepare a
your
presentation
photos.
for tomorrow's KCCA meeting I have. So,
Jose,
I'm still here.
okola mu
Yes?
KCCA. Okola mu
No,
KCCA.
no.
Okolawa.
UNICEF.
Awo
UNICEF,
nawe entebe kwonteeka wensobola nange okukola. Nja
UNICEF
kusiimula engatto
UNICEF.
zo.
Nedda abajwani bagala sente nnyingi ze njagala million 2 zokka n'ekitundu. Twala nze.
Oyo y'amanyi z'ayagala nze sizituusa.
And Joan,
What?
discussion webanga tugera kuba nayo. Let me prepare the presentation for this document that I sent. Then I also
Presentation ya Saturday. Ya Saturday.
waloze ndabye ku
Saturday
group
saawa 8.
ziyise nyingi wano.
Mbadde nkugamba
Yeah.
mukama wange waliwo amulimu awo wenaayoza engatto wenaakuba engatto zammwe.
Joan, ogira osigala ku mulimu gwo because this side they are chopping.
Gwe bagambye nkola. Gwe bagambye nkola.
Ejo wabadde Jinja. Right now you're in Kampala. Tomorrow you're going back to Jinja.
Nabadde ngenze kulaba mwana wange.
Njagalayo omulimu gwa gavumenti.
Nange njagala si gwa gavumenti nze saagala gwa gavumenti. Wamma njagala gwa UNICEF. Gy'obadde otya naawe
njagala
atabula.
gwa gavumenti ogwa UNICEF wamma ogira obeera nagwo. Njagala gwa gavumenti.
Ye lwaki ombonyaabonya ndeka njogere ne Jose ndikanva. Wamma Jose. Jose togenda bw'otyo.
Kale bawa kuwulira ng'oyita Jose.
Yamanyi tuli ku bya mirimu era tusoma Jose.
Wangi?
Cosmas asobola okutaasa mu bwangu awo.
Cosmas. Nja kukola obwaki data entrant, data numerator, simanyi ani oyo.
Ne UNICEF waliyo sente?
Lwaki oyagala obutaliiko sente?
Mpago ogulina sente Geoffrey. Ati kati njogedde byenjagala mu ngoba. Nze mumpe gyonna nja bikola byonna.
Banjira mulimu gwa gavumenti.
Nawe tufirina gavumenti. Mukama wange neeyanziza by'osoma si byagala naawe nvaako.
Public administration and management.
It is okay.
Nagala omulimu gwa gavumenti.
Ojja gufuna ebyo byangu.
Ojja gufuna.
Guys, Bambi, I'm so appreciative.
Choka by the guys, I'm serious. Munfulireyo ku kiri mulimu awo kye basasula. Eno ndi eno mulimu gunneekubyange.
Joan, abaana bawatulina sente.
Ne tusinga mmwe.
Abaana
Ibura sirika. Wamba wanji
Joffrey. Sente fe twagwamu.
What has money? Joan tokulimba.
Joffrey, nonya sente sinonya
kukola wonna. Nebo sindika bimba.
Oyagala gwa gavumenti.
Oyo wamma agambye ayagala gavumenti, nze saagala gavumenti. Nze njagala mulimu ba applicant mba njagala sente.
Naye gavumenti it is the way to go.
Nze njagala gavumenti wamma.
Bweba chance tennatuuka nze nga sinnafuna ya gavumenti. Sigenda kwesiba mu kunoonya gavumenti.
Nze emyaka gyange gigenze njagala gavumenti.
It is okay munaye. Wama Joffrey. Nze up country nkola kasita nfuna sente.
Nja kuba nkuchekingako teweeraliikirira.
Joffrey nze oba Joan.
Naye
bana Ibra ne Joffrey waliwo enjawulo.
Ibula.
Wanji.
Ibula.
Wanji.
Ogugo ngenda kulikinga ku gomba tulabe unalabye babadde balinayoko.
Olina gwomanyiyo.
Nagwe manyiyo.
Gwe kikyo kiwedde. Kiwedde tolina kyotubanja. Wamma Jose, yaba naye Jose.
Ngezaako kwogera
wagamba.
Kale.
Jose nze nkyajjukira wagamba You had your own organization. Kati lwaki tonteekawo n'enkunoonye n'enkola wali? Nkyajjukira.
Sinaba opening to public fund or public. Yes. Because even Cosmas and Esther and the other team were like, let's do this. And I was like, no. What was some legal things being just sorting out?
No problem. Kyonna kyekiri. Naye Mukama akuteeremu obwangu so that things bambi go through.
Yep.
Omutima gwe watandika.
Okukolera abantu njagala kukolera gavumenti.
Kati ate gavumenti oba okoledde miti?
Gavumenti.
Naye mmwe ku group eno kuliko abantu bameka?
Tuliko bana.
Bana bokka.
Abalala tebaagala kumanya.
By the time I left nga omuliro gwedde ku simu, I think there were like 8 people.
Nkutidde. Ne bamala ne bagenda.
The max has been 7.
The maximum was 7. Ne bagenda. Ne tusigalako ng'era bw'otusanzeeko bana.
All right, Kale.
Actually tubadde bataano.
Nange kannegatte ku bagenzi.
Abagenzi baba bafu.
Ku bagenzi.
Good night, Geoffrey Cosmas. Good night, Ibra. Good night, Joan.
Good night, Badia.
Good night, Geoffrey. Good night, Joan Luwano. Omwana w'ennyonyi.
Ow'ennyonyi mbwats.
Babadde bakimanyi bagambe.
Good night,
Luwana luno.